Tonight, we're going in depth on sports betting again because we have a major update. The Oklahoma House of Representatives voted that if Governor Kevin Stitt won't legalize sports betting this legislative session, it will be in our hands as the voters. That is, if the state Senate also goes along with it. It's a legislative move we haven't seen in more than 20 years. When it comes to sports betting, the Oklahoma House of Representatives Wednesday voted to keep rolling the dice that the odds of legalization are in their favor.
Should the bill we just passed fail in the Senate or the governor vetoes it, we have bypassed the governor and this automatically goes to a vote of the people.
Ponca City Republican Representative Ken Luttrell has been the primary supporter trying to legalize sports betting in Oklahoma. When he started 3 years ago, only a few states had legal sports wagering. Today, 39 states and Washington, D.C. have it.
You've seen this bill before. We've passed this language before. And I want to commend the members of this chamber for your foresight and being knowledgeable enough to understand the economics of sports betting in the state of Oklahoma.
As Fox 23's reported, Luttrell and other lawmakers feel Oklahoma hasn't just fallen behind, but it's losing millions to neighboring states like Kansas and Arkansas, where Oklahomans are placing bets right now.
Millions of Oklahoma dollars leave the state every week in sports betting, in illegal sports book and betting out of state.
There are multiple plans moving through the Capitol.
Season just 10-31.
In the state Senate, the plan includes legalizing sports betting in a way that allows the Oklahoma City Thunder to benefit from wagers on non-tribal lands. But in the House Wednesday, the majority voted to simply add sports betting to the tribal gaming compact like they did with dice and card games in the past. The state gets 10% of the money made.
All we are doing, Representative, is adding one game to the existing gambling compacts with the tribes. Tribes retain exclusivity.
That same afternoon, Governor Kevin Stitt said he hated all of the plans, had not been included in talks, and then threatened to veto all of the bills that reach his desk.
Conceptually, we're fine with sports betting, but ultimately, it's got to be a free market solution.
The governor says his original plan to open up sports betting to non-tribal entities and also tax it at higher levels is what he wants.
These are tribal push bills that are only going to benefit the tribes and not the citizens of Oklahoma.
But House lawmakers in both parties, determined to get this done, whipped out what's called the legislative referendum, a rarely used power that if the House and Senate agree, but the governor doesn't, would put sports betting up for a statewide vote to decide the issue once and for all.
Representative, let me get this clear. You're wanting to take the governor out of this equation?
That would be correct.
As we said, it is deadline week, meaning many bills will die if they do not pass. The state Senate voted to keep the chances of sports betting being legalized this year alive as well, but it was a complicated vote.
They are continuing negotiations is the reason I have struck title on this bill. So we don't have a definite answer of how this bill is going to look. And I can assure you it'll come back, hopefully, and we'll have an agreement between the Thunder and the tribes, and we will become the 40th state in Oklahoma to have sports betting.
Senate Bill 585 passed 25-15 with bipartisan opposition. The bill lays the groundwork for the Oklahoma City Thunder to be in charge of sports betting on non-tribal lands in the state should sports betting become legal in Oklahoma. Senators actually had to vote twice on this because some of them mistakenly thought that they were taking away tribal gaming rights and giving them solely to the Thunder. What is actually happening is that the tribes and the Thunder are still in talks to have a deal in place should sports betting be legalized this year. There are 3 paths forward, and we will walk down one of them when it comes to sports betting. Let's take a look at them. The House plan is to just add sports betting into the current tribal gaming compact like they did with dice and table games. The state would get 10%. The Senate plan is to let the tribes have sports betting in eastern Oklahoma, and on non-tribal land in central and western Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City Thunder would operate the sports book. And the third, the governor, if he doesn't approve of any of these plans, but the state Senate agrees with the House and lets people vote on this during a future statewide election.